Hello everyone, my name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. I'm going to be playing Scarlet Hollow today, which is a visual novel game where, from my understanding, every choice you make matters. Even like tiny choices. They saw like Until Dawn and games like that and took that as a challenge. So let's hop in and see how this goes. Your name is Shadow. My name's always Shadow. You live in the city of... I have to name my city. Oh heck. Also realizing I forgot to turn something on. There we go. I live in the city of... Everglade. I am... Today I'm a they them. Select 2 traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Mystical, I am strange and unusual. I see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Or I can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you, a gift and a curse. Street smart. Good at lying, hard to lie to. Fast talker, you can read the people and read the room. No door can hold you. I can be hot. Probably not that one. Book smart, well-read and rational. Possess a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. Keen eye. Observant, with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Or powerful build. Tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness. An imposing presence that commands the room. A mean right hook. Well, I kind of have to pick mystical, because, like, witch, fae, the third eye kind of gives it away. Let's see. What else do I want? Street smart seems pretty useful. Being hard to lie to. Unlocking doors easily. Book smart seems pretty good too. Talking to animals, that seems really cool. One of these 3, I think. A wealth of esoteric knowledge seems useful. You never know when we might find a cat to talk to, though. Let's talk to animals. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late night stops in seedy depots that would have felt unsafe, even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearland Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt. Seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made, because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of a one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. interesting shirt he's got on. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff. You know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me? Why wouldn't I talk to you? We're on a bus. Buses are one of the best places to meet new people, hands down, and you're the only person left to meet. That's unfortunate. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, telling us about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she was really mad, not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off about a year. Why would she date you after you pushed her in the harbor? I guess he didn't technically push her. So yeah, it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez, you ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill someone? Oh! Yeah, I kind of feel like killing someone right now. No. I probably shouldn't threaten this stranger. I'm not sure you should be saying all this to a stranger. But that, my friend, is the miracle of the bus. We're never going to see each other again, so we don't need to hide who we are. This right here is a closer relationship than most people will ever have. Which means he's probably about to confess to a murder. But who am I kidding? Maybe we will see each other again. Anyways, you'll get it when someone tries to break your heart one day. It changes a person. Makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be the... Dude. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. Always wanted to go there. Maybe if I shut up, he'll stop talking to me. You sit in silence as this man admits he's threatened to murder the soon-to-be mother of his child, a child whose birth he is currently missing, and considering ditching to go have fun in New York. Anyways, where do you say you were headed? I didn't. No need to be nasty, I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything. So if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. Darn, you figured it out. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though come to think of it, had a couple buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. Oh, great. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Ow. I'm actually allergic to peanuts, so that's gonna come back to bite me at some point. Or I can say I love boiled peanuts. I'm just gonna take the peanuts. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friends. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. Goodness, that is not long to get on the bus. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station, which is apparently for rent. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Shadow. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. I can offer her the boiled peanuts. Do we think she's allergic? Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. We might need those boiled peanuts later. There's gotta be a reason we took them. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Both members of the Dead Moms Club now. Damn. How are you holding up? Fine. Okay, but if that changes, I'm here for you, alright? Even after I go home. Sure. I don't reckon she wants to talk. Probably It's gonna be hard to build a relationship with her at all. This one's definitely a bad one to do. I'm gonna say I can't believe... Oh, hi, Bun. Thanks for the lurk. I think I'm gonna say I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Pearl Ann and the old Scarlets. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. Dead Moms Club. Ugh. You sound like my mother right now. Let's choose this one just because we have the option. You sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There are some things in life we don't get to choose. Or that we do get to choose. And she chose to leave. Wow. Tabitha's really salty about that. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Since I'm here, do you need any help? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just need the coffin and someone to dig a hole. And I'm not doing that. That's a little insensitive. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. I'd say that entire side of the building is kind of a safety hazard given the cliff, though. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Definitely shouldn't be inhabited now. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around, so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. So I can either say it's beautiful, or I can lie and say it's beautiful. And clean. The lie is the clean part. Or I can just say cool thanks. I wouldn't say it's beautiful. I would say it's cool. I'm gonna say cool thanks. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. And a kitty! I can talk to kitty. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, you can also access the garden through here. But it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options prevent you from taking others, so choose carefully. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I might want to eat something other than PBJ this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I won't be going with you. Sweet, thanks. Be polite. This is our first time meeting. Cool, good talk. You said someone actually cleans this place. Have you ever actually seen that happen, or didn't? Oh. We're being mean. That's what that one is. We're not gonna be mean. I'm just gonna say it's nice. It's a kitchen. What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know and there will be consequences. Alright, what's next? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Approach the cat. Don't try to pet Frou-Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parle pas. Which I'm not good at French, but I'm only missing like one word there, and I think that means don't talk to me. Okay, but can I pet you? Ugh, another filthy American sticking their business where it doesn't belong. No, you may not pet me. I would sooner smear myself with sewage than be touched by your filthy ape hands. Ugh, stop wasting my time. Oh wait, no, that's Tabitha. Stop wasting my time. Let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. I wonder if I'd done Booksmart and talked to cats if I could have spoken French. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must, if you must. Goodness. Is that hair dye? Why is there hair dye on the counter? What guests have been here? It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Ugh. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. Are you sure the toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't it? Water bill gets paid. Therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. But it's so crusty. It's fine, don't be so dramatic. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if Janie didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine, but refuses to do more than that. So you can blame her for the state of the place. Can I use your bathroom instead? No. Now hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. Yeah, never mind. I don't need to go. Oh, I feel like there's something inside the toilet that I need to see, but like... Ugh. I don't want to know what's in there. be like something dead in there. Oh boy. Yep, that's... Scram, fellas, the jig is up! Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Nope, I'm not telling them they can stay. Toilet's a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. It actually looked less filthy from that perspective, weirdly enough. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. Why are all of the Scarlet women just grumpy? Like, that portrait does not do her any favors. This is where you'll be staying. Linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. Had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No, people have died in here. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. Should be empty. People have died here, haven't they? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously people have died here. That's actually not that old for a house. That's like barely more than a human lifespan. Maybe 2 human lifespans if you're squeezing 2 of them in. Well, I guess it's a bit nicer than what I'm used to. Probably bigger and fancier than my apartment. Can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. It's not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. So who used to sleep here? Like I said, this house is 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes the tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip: some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths. Some right away, others down the line. Where are you going? To work. Someone has to pay the bills around here. That is fair. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. Requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate if you didn't keep me for long. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own a coal mine. I own a coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Hashtag girl boss. I'm gonna say that sounds pretty impressive. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as exciting. It's a task. Well, those tasks could use more doing. I guess that's a healthy mindset. Seems like a good way to look at a job. Instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love most, it's okay to just have a job. Yeah, exactly. Would I rather be doing something else with my life? Maybe. But I know I had to take over the company. So why think about that other stuff I could be doing? So I'm guessing these last three could lock each other out. Are you sure you're okay? Did I do something wrong? Or you asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. Regardless, I think it all ties back to my character's mom leaving. I guess maybe this one is probably the subtlest way to ask. Are you sure you're doing okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine, I just need to get back to work. Yeah, that didn't do much. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. She didn't like that. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you. You and the sprawling, decrepit estate. Let's see. Go straight to the Forbidden Wing. PB&J does sound great. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. But PB&J sounds like exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. Maybe we can try petting the cat again. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Approach Fufu. Approach Fufu. Fufu hisses at you as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Do you guys like pianos? Let's offer. You extend your arm and offer Fufu your bag of boiled peanuts as a token of peace. Oh no, our peanuts safe for cats. This may have been a mistake. Okay, they are not toxic to cats. We're okay. Though they're not necessarily a ideal treat, but it's... I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Want some boiled peanuts? Mon deux. None. Okay. Do you like living here? I despise small talk. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. I'm about to get scratched. I got bit. Never mind. Okay. Well, let's search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie stay out in all caps. Below it in a separate handwriting are the words, Okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Apparently, Tabitha likes banana chocolate chunk. Which, fair. Chocolate banana is a very good flavor. I'm not taking the ice cream. I'm not getting on her bad side. What's with the old takeout? Oh, that needs thrown out. Please tell me I can throw it out. Don't eat it! For God's sake, put it back. Your body reacts before you even register what you're doing, compelled by a deep primal disgust. You shove the container back in the fridge, pushing it into the depths of the shelves and out of your mind. Hopefully you can forget it exists and move on with your life. Check the mayonnaise, I guess. No, you probably shouldn't, but some part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up a jar. Its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Huh. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. Oh. Taking the jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. A lot of it, too. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. Close the fridge. We're not touching the ice cream. We're not getting in trouble with that. Return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Search the pantry. Actually, I'm kind of curious. If I had checked the ice cream, would I know? Mouse. I wonder if I can offer the mouse to the cat. Take bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. Take peanut butter. King of nut butters. Only 3% of each jar is matched to cockroaches. Examine the mac and cheese. Can't say you've ever seen this brand before. No. Put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. But I can't take the mouse. Well, now I want to check the ice cream. Yeah, but now I should know what the flavor is, right? That might be important later. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Examine the mug. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. Might be nice to see some local sights before returning home. Grab a bowl. Moth trap, do not touch. As you pull it down, a blend of vinegar and dead moth splashes onto you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, "Moth trap, do not touch." Whoops. Poor moths. Ha! Idiot. Your shirt is now unpleasantly wet. You'll probably change into something clean before you leave the house. Examine the shot glass. It reads, "I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties." And now we grab a plate and butter knife. The last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. Check out the garden. The garden was reclaimed by wilderness long ago. Might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Me, because I want a PB&J. Make that PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined the 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. A job well done. All that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. I can't go in the garden anymore? I guess I'm done here. I guess let's settle into my room next. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Put your spare clothes away. Oh, hello! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. He's quiet but angry. Afraid. A friend, I know hurt. Afraid. What are you doing in my drawers? Warm, dark. Aw, what's your name, little guy? I'm Shadow. Dustin. Offer him boiled peanuts. You hold out your still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. Afraid, death comes for Dustin. You close the drawer. You might as well leave Dustin be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag. There's no going back now. Check the closet. Oh. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. It's actually a pretty doll. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra." No need to carry this around with you. You close the closet behind you. Look out the window? You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. Yeah? I mean, you've got like a week. It's not my place, though. You'd go out and pull weeds and chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to return it to its former glory. Once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you'd definitely do that, just not right now. Examine the painting. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago. So that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Marybelle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. I do not want a nap. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. How about the Forbidden Wing? Gonna get hurt doing that, but hey. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the Forbidden Wing of the estate. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by locks and chains. Okay, off to town. With your cousin gone, there's nothing for you to really do here. You leave the estate and head out to explore the town. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change into a clean shirt. You're not about to meet new people coated in vinegar and dead moths. Oh, why not? If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Dago! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Why, I do declare, who is this stranger, and why do they smell of peanut butter? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. It's very nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Shadow. My oh my. Can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Shadow. That's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then, there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You know, this was probably the one time an animal actually would have taken the boiled peanuts, and I didn't offer them. I messed up. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? She asks about the funeral, and I offer her boiled peanuts. Yep. Just got into town today. Wow, I didn't think there would be anyone else coming. You staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. I haven't seen her since Pearl Ann passed, or for a while before that, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so cute. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, just a mask she wears. I hope that's a metaphorical mask you're talking about. To tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying here, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. Town's really small, so everyone's known everybody. Everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer's Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was a little more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Middle-aged? Barely look 20. The heck are you talking about middle-aged? Oh, that's Gretchen. That's the dog. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up there in that spooky old mansion, you must have met Frou-Frou. How does that monster fare? It would be rude to ignore Gretchen. It sounds like you and Frou-Frou have a history. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a southern belle when she talks. Yeah, of course you're joking. You and Stella maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards, and do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee. They've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Sure, why not? I did just eat a PB&J, but like, free biscuits. Awesome, let's go. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Introduce myself or just quietly slide into a booth? I mean, at least the cook's not looking at me. They are actually all looking, though. That is kind of awkward. Quietly slide into the nearest booth. You slide into the nearest booth, pretending you didn't notice everyone in the diner gawking at you like they'd just seen Bigfoot. No need to be so shy. You don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, they probably all know what you're here for, and by extension, who you're related to. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hey, Stella. Went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. Here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip: you can hit the H button on your keyboard and hide the text box at any time. Yeah! We can see Gretchen eating the bacon. That's nice. Anything for you? Name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Avery. Offer them boiled peanuts. How many people can I offer boiled peanuts to? I'm not ruining this for Gretchen. How much is the coffee? $1. That gets you unlimited refills. Cool. Can you throw in a biscuit too? They were recommended, so... Sweet. I'll have a cup, thanks. And could you throw in a biscuit too? I hear they're really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. They really did clock that. Like, immediately. Damn. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyway, funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Aw, Gretchen ate all the bacon. Oh, her shirt's Mothman. It's pretty cool. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. Is the potluck like a church thing? Maybe I'll check some of these things out. I'm gonna say sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of them out. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Kind of assumed I'd be spending time trying to help Tabitha. Yeah, I think that's probably my best option here. I kind of assumed I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. That'll definitely still leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job. I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Ooh. That looks like a good biscuit. So nothing else coming from me. Gosh, if I'd known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I'd have waited before digging in. Oh. Poor Gretchen. I'm so glad I chose this. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Aw, thanks, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch, a warmth emanating from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good. Divinity given buttery form. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. So glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned that she's famous? Wow, way to bury the lead, Stella. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know that's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. That's pretty cool. What kind of videos do you make? Exactly. She owns cryptids. That explains the Mothman shirt. You should really check out her channel, Shadow. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. Didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it wound up doing numbers. So, the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird at the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. Then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. Gretchen says it was a mountain lion. Could smell its stink from miles away. Still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. I don't want to make Avery think I'm weird. I could just ignore Gretchen this one time. I'm glad Gretchen revealed the truth to us, though. Good Gretchen. Whatever it is, you should probably leave it alone. Oh, don't worry. I have a strict take only video, leave only footprints policy. I never harm the creatures I'm after. I wish only to observe, like a proper documentarian. I was curious to see what you thought, though, since there was so much controversy on Twitter, and in my comments section over what it actually was. There were even actual experts weighing in. It was cool, honestly, and it meant the video did great numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owners set it free, and it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. You wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Goodness, cat was chewing on my microphone wire. I wonder if I'm having audio troubles. Now that the coast is clear, going after the skunk ape. That sounds unfortunate. What's a skunk ape? Yeah, it's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for the last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So, what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? Oh, look at Gretchen just looking up at the coffee. I mean, I kind of want to ask if Gretchen's going to be there. I like this one, but I don't want to decline. That depends. Are you gonna be there, Gretchen? Oh, naturally. I don't want any misfortune to befall my beloved Stella. I must stay by her side through thick and thin, however odd her passions may be. Of course. It's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more. I'm in. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or...? Okay, if you're really sure. But if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. Met someone cool in town today. They're Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man. Sounds awful. Hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week. We can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring them. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese. There's always been something off about that boy. Never did like the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. It is very weird having to quick change between Gretchen and Stella. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? Why? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so. But I feel like it's gotten worse lately. Can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. Just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious, you'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. Love to meet your friends. Awesome, I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. Wonder where that phrase comes from. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. Trying to think when this time period is. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you, following close behind. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, A chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. With a cute doggo. Very important to include the cute doggo. You feel a sense of foreboding. I like strangely calm. This place seems nice. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and a pleasant song of crickets trill around you as the night descends. This is where you're supposed to be. Estella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front of you without a care in the world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. The past summer has been the hottest on record, since last year at least. Excuse you. Bad cat. One of the few times I wish I had face tracking. So y'all could actually see I was doing stuff to try and get my cat to not mess up my stream setup. She was laying so nicely, just getting little pets. And then she decided she needed to crawl under and start chewing on wires. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet, till the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than cryptids? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. That might have been a cryptid. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if that counts as weird anymore. Aw, Gretchen. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you can barely tell it was there till you stepped on it. It's practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. Salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. Used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It's always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all is said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad. And I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kinda lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that's all just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they absolutely have visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. That's just what the government wants you to think. I kind of like this. We're not alone out here, but everything's cut from the same cloth. You've got to meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. What was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff? Oof. Even Gretchen looks concerned by that one. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. I object to this accusation. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. That's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. There's a difference between choosing to hide in a hole versus not being able to get out. Took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later and I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled into old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe here? When you put it like that, I can see how you might be a little concerned. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well. Duke's a sweetheart, Shadow. You don't need to concern yourself about him. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as we can be. I even carry a bear mace. And once you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can be having fun instead? Anyway, all this is to say, we're good. Don't worry. Do you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Yeah. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. Who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't. What's that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. I am not offering him more peanuts. Why does it keep... No, keep your peanuts to yourself. You once again remember your dripping bag of boiled peanuts you have on your person, and briefly consider offering them to Duke, before realizing that it would probably be more of an insult than anything else. You keep them hidden away. But both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter. Won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with a camera scare away more sensitive wildlife. Ooh, what are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? See anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You can never stay in your business, Stella. Stella Richmond, put the damn camera down. Come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. Pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have ya. Something's been getting at my chickens. Lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose any more than that. Huh. Wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... You do, actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. Haven't been any actual sightings since the 1990s. Even those were iffy. It's true. There are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. Can't believe you go out here on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. Made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. Sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. If you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something is waiting for you deeper in the woods. Whatever it is, the 4 of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. Yeah, I don't think this night ends well. How would you know? I go hunting in these woods all the time. Night, day, opossums, bears don't make a difference. Even a mountain lion wouldn't stand a chance against the ingenuity of man here. Unless it's not a mountain lion. Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now, going on about ghouls and goblins, using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. You want that to be his legacy, girl. Besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know I have to put up a video by tomorrow evening. As Stella and Duke both root themselves in their stubborn insistence, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something fated has been locked in stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. Oh! As long as it's not Gretchen. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. Is this even going to help? I get the feeling Stella's the only one I can get out of this. Sometimes having the knowledge doesn't mean you can help people. But I at least have to try, right? We all need to get out of the woods right now. If we don't, somebody's gonna die tonight. Why even try to warn them? Fate is fate. There's no resisting it. You know this. And what's that supposed to mean? You trying to threaten me? I don't know. It's just a weird feeling I get sometimes. A weird bad feeling, and it's never wrong. Probably can't convince him, but at least I can maybe convince Stella. Are you, trying to say you're psychic or something? You already know I can talk to your dog, Stella. I can either say something really cheesy, or say I wouldn't call myself psychic. Or say something also very cheesy. Don't count on it. It's just a gut thing. Wouldn't call myself psychic. I wouldn't rule out the possibility if I were you. Ah, hush, both of you. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I'll let y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. Shadow, I think you've freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics. If it gets you on my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Run along home and stay out of trouble. So Duke is dying. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. You sure you don't want to, like, watch a movie instead? We aren't actually headed back to town? While I understand your fears, Shadow, this is an opportunity for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Seize it while you can. Aw, you don't have to worry about old Duke. He's never actually shot anyone. This isn't about Duke. Something bad is going to happen if we stay here. Wait, you don't want to dip out now. The sun is about to set. Things are just about to get good. I know it. Goodness. What? Yeah, what's your deal? Why are you so pushy? Huh? I'm just excited, that's all. I always do these alone. I was looking forward to having somebody else there. Besides Gretchen, of course. I can never get anybody else to say yes. Just met, we're not friends. Are you willing to risk your life for some YouTube video that'll net... That's a little bit mean, but... I really want to save Stella's life. Are you really willing to risk your life? I'm also worried that if I don't go with her, she's going to die. This is actually kind of difficult. Are you really willing to risk your life? I'm just gonna have to go with that. Oh. I mean, I'm not that small. I do pretty good. And it's not like the woods are that dangerous. Sorry, I get it. I'll let you go. I won't make you stay if you'd rather not be here. I just thought this would be fun. Why, I never. My dear Stella was only trying to make a new friend. Little did she know she was attempting to befriend an icy-hearted scoundrel. Jeez, Gretchen, I'm trying to save your friend's life. Stella turns away and the two of you part ways at last. You start down the root-tangled path, the rocky, uneven terrain proving to be difficult as the sun finally slips behind the hills. Before you know it, it's pitch black, the darkness thick and heavy in a way you aren't used to. The woods have started to wake up around you, though you're not exactly doing your best to walk silently. Your presence doesn't seem to be scaring anything away, and your footsteps are accompanied by the rustling of night creatures as they scurry out of whatever holes they hide away in. Good job. Come here. Their unsettling calls pierce the calm night air. They sound strange, almost like screech owls, but their voices make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, like something inside you thinks you're in danger. There's also something that sounds almost like a chicken. I see it! I see it! It's sweet and kind, a bed of flowers, a nice wind, a gentle gardener. There's something on the path in front of you. It's too dark to see, but you know it's there. Turn on your phone's flashlight. You take out your phone, the screen temporarily blinding you, ruining what little night vision you'd managed to acquire. You switch on the flashlight. Turn off that damn light! Damn, had the shot lined up just right. Poor birdie's lost so many feathers she's gonna be bald as a bowling ball when we find her. And you! Thought I told you to get back to town. What the hell are you doing so far out in the woods? Got lost? Stella didn't feel like taking you back, so you tried to find your own way down the hill. Not that it matters now. Come on, you going with me while I track that thing down. No way am I letting you wander around out here unaccompanied. Goodness. Yeah, what was that thing? Hell if I know. But It's got my birdie. I'll be damned if it keeps her. Oh, come on, it's getting away. Pulls you along in a strong grip, his gun held tight in his other hand, and you both crash through into the underbrush after the odd creature and Duke's stolen chicken. As you follow the path along the mountainside, the odd sounds fade. They are replaced with a different sound, a human voice. Damn it, I know that voice. There appears to be some kind of growth. Never seen anything like it. Geez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? The two of you emerge into the clearing, revealing what Stella had been filming so intently. It's Birdie, her little chicken body panting desperate breaths as she lies in a crumpled heap at Stella's feet. Birdie, oh sweetheart, look at you. Duke, Shadow! I thought you were going back to town. And I thought you were both going back to town. Instead, I found Shadow halfway to getting lost out there alone. The kid nearly tried to give me the slip too, so I think I got a pretty good idea of how that happened. Don't matter now, though. Looks like I found whatever's been stealing my girls. And I got footage of it. It's not perfect, but you can see its hands before it drops Birdie. It's like some kind of gnome. It smelled terrible. Gretchen. There's Gretchen. Nothing like an animal, and that odor didn't go away either. It's only gotten worse. I can barely even smell the woods anymore. It's all that uncanny plastic stench. I knew there were weird things out here. I knew it. I knew I wasn't running around out here for no reason. What's wrong with her? What was that thing doing? I guess let's examine Birdie. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Poor little Chicken's eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Can't hide from me, I can see you, I can smell you, sick, sick creature. Examine the wing. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. The old becomes the new. Never flown, but now I soar. Whatever got a hold of her busted up her wing too. Little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Examine the growth. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. Skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once. There's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. Kinda looks like there's something in there. Smells like it should be buried somewhere deep. My senses scream out that this is an abomination. Oh, Stella, please don't get too close. Can you hear the birth that dwells within me? Can you hear the way it roars and thunders? Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. Do you think she's become an egg? Like, one of those things is gonna pop out of her? What a horrid thought. No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Don't think she's long for this world, Duke. You'd be surprised what I've seen my birds come back from. The very least I can do is give her a chance. Won't be hearing any backsass about it. Well, chicken found, footage acquired. Let's get out of here now, please. Agreed. Come on, Birdie, let's get you back to your sisters. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first. barely a whisper. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, till suddenly you find yourselves surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. Something out there, all around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them. That was actually... Whew, I like that. Do you hear that? So many voices, all of them telling us to leave. Oh, yes, yes, I hear that. Are they really saying something? I can't make anything out. She starts filming again. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. It sounds like there are tons of them. Someone get a light on that bush. I think one's about to come out into the clearing. I want a good shot. Oh! What in the hell is that? The gardeners come to mend and nurture. Let me blossom and sprout. Let me become... Don't you step another foot closer or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. The man hesitates, and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked underneath Duke's arm. Stella, Stella, there's another one! You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from under the bush. Oh my god. What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet, and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie, with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, shit! Get your grubby little hands off my bird! Sorry, I care about Gretchen. That one's easy. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Shadow, my hero! Oh. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Duke? Blood! Blood! My heavens, I smell blood! Oh. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great, okay, step 2. Step 2. It's okay. Deep. Step 2, take deep breaths, collect ourselves. Whew. What do you mean? I'm totally acting calm and rational. Now, step 2 is that we chase after those things and get as much footage as we can. It's the only way anyone will believe us about what happened. We owe it to Duke. No. No. Stella, we have to get out of here. Okay, let's go. Finally! Stella! Finally! As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving. You say nothing, continuing forward with a grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh! Whoops. 6 missed calls from Tabitha and 13 text messages. Gonna have to call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Gina Trail, probably? Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. Happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jeez, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses, despite it being the middle of the night. That's a choice. See you right there. A thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there were more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Frank. She just took the memory card. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body. But for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Shadow. They came in today for the funeral. Shadow. As in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn. Didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs. For retrieving Duke, we'll just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. As creatures left, we'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. What about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Oh, poor Gretchen. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Aww. That's cute. And the cop ushers you and Stella back into the back of their squad car. You're just about the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately. She remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. I guess a comforting hand could help. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Guess we just saw a man die. I wouldn't know what to say either. Looks to me like she just got about a car sickness. Must be why she thought walking home sounded like such a good idea. Guess whatever y'all saw out there in that woods wasn't as bad as an upset tummy. I'm sure she'll be right as rain once we get back down the hill, though she'd best try not to hurl it in the meantime. We wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep it together until then. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have all this sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Fox Mulder. Shadow. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Earl's so cute. Bye-bye, Gretchen, and y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, y'all know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town and away from the woods. No one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them. I don't like getting into them unless it's a literal question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. Can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all that footage. But it's okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. I won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. Gotta find out more about these things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have. I never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Your place isn't far. You should head over now before it gets any later. I should probably check on Tabitha. I want to say let's do it, but I really should check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back. Stopping by shouldn't take too long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. Well, when you put it like that... Sure, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. How lovely that Stella will have continued accompaniment besides just an old dog like me. It's been so long since she had friends around. I hope she's still awake. There's something foul creeping up behind us. Well, that's not foreboding at all. Thanks, Gretchen. Shadow. Jesus. Oh. You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally where you're meant to be. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. Sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Shadow. You okay if we come in? You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. Yet you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course. You're in luck. Just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Alright. Let's get a save made here. And we are actually going to go ahead and call that time for today. Because I get the feeling that we're not going to hit, like, an actual chapter end or anything anytime soon. And that has been enough drama for now. So, thank you guys, everyone, for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. As always, if you'd like to see any other games that I have played, you can find them all on my YouTube channel, at Shadow Roanoke VT. And if you'd like to catch this or any other games that I play live in the future, you can do so at twitch.tv/Shadow Roanoke VT. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.